Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Lili Fifield, and you're watching Somos Uno. Today's special guests are here to help us get informed and inspired in the hopes of putting us one step closer to that American dream. After meeting with them, we hope to introduce you to the great people that make up our diverse community and city. And today, we're getting crafty in the kitchen with owner and chef of Craft House, Chef Caesar. Also, we have Shantel, Seoane, co-founder of Alter Experiences, to explore some outdoor hospitality. And we catch up with real estate agent and consultant, Jorge Verdugo. This is Somos Uno. Our first guest held the title for Best Burger in San Diego, but that wasn't enough. Chef Caesar is now serving up some of the best food in the city while staying true to his roots. With his passion for the craft and commitment to creating every recipe from scratch, it's no wonder that foodies are lining up to see what he has in store. Whether it's hunting down the monster burger food truck, visiting Craft House, or booking their catering, there seems to be a buzz about Chef Caesar, and he's here now to tell us all about it. Caesar, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So for the people who don't know you, I know you very well because I'm always visiting your location. Tell them a little bit about how you got started in the industry and what inspired you.
Ever since I was little, I was always in the kitchen helping out my mom, grandma, aunts, Christmas parties.
So growing up, you always had a passion for food?
I was always like interested in being involved, like helping out, like, what does that do? Oh, why are you adding that? And asking questions. And
So you learned at a young age, and then you went on to culinary school, right?
Yeah, so in mid-20s, I was like, what am I gonna do? You know, so I went to culinary school. I loved it. 2 years down the line, I got my associates. Started working in downtown, a few restaurants.
And you were known for your burgers.
Correct.
And do you want to share a little bit about one of your recognitions?
In our first year, we were part of a big event in Del Mar Food Truck Festival. They have 2 every year. So this was our first year. And it was 50 food trucks, Orange County, LA, San Diego. Each food truck could present a dish of their own. We presented one of our burgers, the Wake and Bake Burger.
What does that have in it?
Our signature patty, pork belly that we cure and slow roast in-house, and then we top it with a fried egg. Our secret sauce, organic butter lettuce, tomatoes, and a fresh baked brioche bun. So it's a pretty monster burger.
So that's what you presented?
That's what we presented, yeah. Everyone else presented a dish of their liking, whatever they had, and that burger took the prize.
So you guys won.
We won, yeah.
Best burger in San Diego, that's pretty big, just starting off.
That was like within our first 6 months of opening.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And like you said, now you still have the food truck. That's still making its rounds around the city. They can still look for that.
Correct.
But you have Craft House.
Yes. So Craft House opportunity came up. We took it, and it's great because a lot of people are always looking for Monster Crafts food truck, and either we're at this part of town and people are on this side of town, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so far," or when are you going to be in this area? Now we have a location that's open 7 days a week, and people can come and have our burgers.
So it's in North Park?
In between University and El Cajon Boulevard, 30th and Polk.
It's inside of a brewery, which is a really good mix.
Really good, yeah. Rip Current Brewing. They have amazing beer, wide variety, and then pairs well with our food. So, I mean, if you go there, it's just...
I think that's a perfect mix. Sometimes you go to breweries or you go to a drinking spot and you don't imagine it having really good food. But they were able to find you guys. And now you've expanded your menu, right?
Correct. Yeah, we've expanded our menu, added a bunch of more items, mac and cheese, wings, sandwiches.
And you make this sound so simple, but you have to get into the details because it's not just mac and cheese, and your burgers are not just burgers. You grind the meat, am I correct? You grind the meat daily.
Daily, yes.
The buns are fresh.
The buns are fresh. They get delivered fresh daily. Everything is made from scratch. All our sauces, everything we put into our food is made from scratch, except ketchup. Can't beat that, right?
That's right. But you know, a lot of places you go, even fine dining, they might have frozen food that goes into those dishes.
Yeah.
And here you are, you're in a brewery, you don't expect everything to be made from scratch and be tasting that good. Right. That's really impressive. I think that's something that needs to be highlighted. So you also still do catering, right? And that's
Correct.
through the food truck.
Through the food truck, yeah. So now that we have the food truck that also goes out on a daily route, we're trying to focus that more on our catering since we have Craft House now, and we just want Monster Crafts to focus on catering, big events. It's always in Food Truck Fridays at Balboa Park.
Okay.
Like I mentioned before, the Del Mar Food Truck Festival. Just around town, if there's concerts, there's things happening in the Bay. Just everywhere there's a crowd and they need a food truck, we're always part of that.
And you've gone to certain events, like you said, to concerts, and
Correct.
you've catered for other places. So what kind of events have you catered so far?
We've catered, we've been to concerts, we've been to wine festivals, taco festivals down at the waterfront
And corporate
park.
events also, right?
Corporate events, yeah, just a handful of events, yeah.
That's very cool. So like we said, you're now in Craft House and you guys have this expansive menu. I feel like you've been changing it up. You've been getting a little healthier. There are some options
Yes.
for those people that aren't looking for meat, right?
Correct. So when we first opened our food truck, it was just mainly meat, right? So once we came into North Park, we saw that there was a bunch of people. That community is more health conscious, and they want healthier items. They're more vegetarians. They're more vegans. So we started slowly incorporating vegetarian options, and it's been a hit. Buffalo cauliflower, fire roasted corn, charred broccoli, just to name a few. But they've been a very big hit. So now we have just a section in our menu just to focus on vegetarian people, and they've been coming in.
That's great. That's another thing that I feel like you wouldn't normally find inside of a brewery is a healthier side of food items. And I know that you're also switching your menu as the seasons come and go. So what can we expect for the next season?
So for the next season, we're gonna start incorporating a lot more fresh fish, ceviches. Springtime's coming around, so some of this more fresher items, local items. We're gonna start. There's a farmers market that happens on every Thursday in North Park, so we're gonna start sourcing now products from that farmers market, putting it in our chef specials menu.
That's beautiful.
And just rotating it weekly.
That's beautiful. I think that's really cool that, you're from San Diego and you're using products that are from here and you're making everything from scratch, which I know I can be attested to it. That's why everything tastes so well. Thank you very much for being here with me today, Cesar. It's
Thanks for having me.
pleasure. And
Likewise.
I'm sure they'll go out and find you at Craft House or find the food truck all around town.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, that really did open up my appetite. I can't wait to see what he cooks up next. You got to stay with us because right after the break, we'll be talking with Shantel Seoane and her wonderful hospitality movement. Stay with us. You're watching Somos Uno.
What's important to us is that we attract the right people that are going to make us better once they get here. The home buying experience is on time, every time, and we never fail our clients. We help develop originators to become more relevant, more competitive, and more impactful for their clients out over the future.
We had one goal in mind, to create the very best mortgage company in the nation while maintaining our core values and our commitment to serving others.
Synergy One has emerged as the lender of choice for top producing loan officers across the country. If you're interested in taking your business to the next level, please contact us today.
We expect to bring great things to the consumers across the country as they evolve in the mortgage process with us.
Joining me now is an organization that has created the outdoor hospitality movement based in the high mountains of San Diego's backcountry. They're dedicated to creating meaningful experience in nature and encouraging sustainable tourism globally. They take all that's fun and traditional camping and combine it with modern comfort and state-of-the-art equipment. Now, joining me today, I've got half the team and co-founder of Alter Experiences, Shantel Seoane. Welcome. Thank you for being here with me today.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
So I've heard of camping. I've been camping, haven't been glamping, I'm excited to do it. Tell me all about it. How'd you get started?
Well, it really started with growing up. Me and my husband spent so much time in nature, outdoors. Camping was really some of the most amazing memories that we were able to create that we can look back on. And we did a lot of traveling abroad. We spent 7 years in Egypt, really promoting sustainable tourism. And it's all about minimal impact. It's about getting people to immerse themselves in the culture and the nature and the ecology of the area without having too much of a negative impact on the environment. Mm-hmm. So when we came back from San Diego, we thought about, we looked a lot at trying to find different ways of resettling ourselves back into city life. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot harder than we expected.
Well, 7 years away, and I imagine other countries you guys spent some more time there, but
yeah.
You brought this experience to San Diego now, something that we didn't have. So how did you guys finally decide this is what you were going to do?
We did a lot of research. It took us almost a year to really come up with our game plan, and we saw that in San Diego, being a top tourism destination in the world and specifically in the US, that it was a completely untapped market for us to kind of get into. So we realized, we did a lot of research, what we needed to do, how we approached so many different organizations, state parks, county parks, and it was actually the Cleveland National Forest that were able to give us our concessionaire permit.
So that was the first one?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
That was a year ago exactly.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So it's been a year of you guys doing this.
Yes, a full year of operation.
That's very cool. And how does someone go about, being in one of these experiences, or maybe bringing a group of people with them to do this was it the Cleveland National Park? Is that the only location that you guys do it still?
Yes, so we're in Mount Laguna, and we are also at a few other locations in Julian in the backcountry, but our primary locations are in Laguna Campground and Burnt Rancheria Campground, which are personally my favorite campgrounds in San Diego County, so we got really lucky there.
So how can someone go glamping, or is that what you referred to it as? I wasn't sure if you call it glamping. I looked at it and I've been wanting to call it glamping, but is that all that you guys do?
It is.
Okay, perfect.
The concept is glamping, and we're on Airbnb, we're on Glamping Hub, we're on Hip Camp. So
on Airbnb?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So you can go look for a place that you want to stay. Maybe you're looking for a house. Does that happen?
Exactly,
and then people stay with you guys?
So within Julian, there's almost 150 different sites available on their houses. And because we're so different, we, in a year that we've been up there, already got in the top 10 places to visit. So, and it's different. It's experiential. We have tree tents that are elevated and create this kind of almost avatar futuristic experience.
I saw a picture. So for our viewers at home, I'm sure they'll have one of the images. What exactly goes on there? How do you get in this tent that seems to just be elevated and then the air held up by different trees? How does that work?
It is. So the tents themselves are tent styles, and the company founder created them as a way to get people outdoors in nature and spending time in trees. And he thought that the more that people spend time in trees, the more that they're going to be willing to protect them. So for each tree tent that they sell, they plant 18 trees, so they're all about reforestation and preserving the environment. So the tree tents are actually, we have single, double, triple tents, so we really create a customized experience for people. So depending on, whether it's couples or families with young kids, we keep the tents nice and low.
Okay.
So
that'd be something I'd be interested in. I'm a little afraid of heights, but it does look really cool.
Yeah, so we create a totally customized experience depending on what people are looking for. We have super adventurous people that are like, we want to go 10 feet in the air, and we're like, yeah, that's fine.
Now, I know that you do other kinds of tents and experiences. Tell us a little bit more about the ones on the ground.
Okay, so that's really, it is a popular accommodation, and that's what people more familiar with when it comes to glamping. So they're bell tents, and we use stout bell tents, and they're 16 feet wide. You walk in, and they feel super cozy. We have queen mattresses inside, or 2 full beds, depending on what people want. And it comes with everything: rugs, pillows, carpets. We even have a sofa bed in there if they want that as well. So
That's really cool. Now, I also hear that you guys have a Kickstarter going on. Tell us about that.
We do. So the Kickstarter began on March 1st and it ends March 31st.
Oh my gosh, it's almost over.
Yeah.
So it might have ended now by the time we're airing.
Okay.
But tell us what it's all about regardless. We want to know.
So we created the Kickstarter to get money to reinvest in our business, to expand. So in the beginning, we started with 3 sites in Mount Laguna. Now we have 6 permanent sites. And with that, we needed just more money to invest in equipment. We wanted to grow our business organically. So we didn't want to have to get, investors to come in and then have a say in our business. We wanted to really get as much of our own ideas of how we wanted to grow it, get people's feedback, be able to create something that was very unique. And I feel like we have done that, and we've had a lot of reviews of people that are all fascinated with, their experiences. So the Kickstarter was really a way for people that have already experienced it or want to kind of feel like they're also participating and funding, our business moving forward. So.
And has the word spread also because of the Kickstarter? I feel like that's a good way to just spread the word of your business.
It is. That was the second part of the Kickstarter. It's really marketing, promotion. It's getting ourselves out there to a whole bunch of people that probably wouldn't have otherwise really recognized us. So it's been, it was so much work.
I can imagine.
It was probably the most intense campaign we've run so far.
Business is just work on its own, and you guys have been able to do it now for a year. So I'm sure that a Kickstarter might be a lot of work, but it's helping to grow it. Now that you're at a year, that's amazing.
Absolutely. So with the Kickstarter, we launched it in March 1st, and we've been fully booked all of March. So we're kind of almost at full occupancy with what we have now. So everything that's going to come in is to invest, to expand a little bit so that we can have more sites and host more people.
Now, you were telling me that, it's a bit of a slow season, I'm sure, with the weather. You mentioned the government shutdown, other things. But overall in San Diego, can they book with you guys pretty much the entire year? Do people go glamping in the rain?
They go glamping in the snow, too.
Oh, wow. That's true. It snows up in Julian.
Yeah, so we almost got 2 feet of snow in Mount Laguna, and it was amazing, and people wanted to come out. I mean, I personally don't love the cold.
Yeah. We're San Diegans.
Yeah, but just the fact, because it's not just cold, it's snow, and that's kind of magical. People, it's something totally different, and we make sure all of our sleeping bags are like 0-degree rated. We pretty much make it so that it's as comfortable as possible. I just tell people, bring extra jackets, extra coats, like make sure you're warm. We'll take care of everything else.
I couldn't agree more that it is magical, and I think what you guys are doing is magical. It's something that, like I said, I didn't think we had it here in San Diego. But you can just be at home one day, maybe go away for the weekend.
Yeah.
It's a little staycation. I think it's great that you guys are doing it. Where can they find you?
So they can find us on our website. So it's alterexperiences.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. Like I said, Airbnb, Hip Camp, Glamping Hub. We're on all those cool places.
You guys are everywhere. Congratulations. It seems like you guys are doing really good, and I hope it keeps going.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. Well, all of that sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to go check it out and hopefully glamp myself. Don't go anywhere, because up next we have real estate agent and consultant Jorge Verdugo. You're watching Somos Uno. Okay, our final guest is someone with years of experience, and he's ready to share it all to make sure that we make the decisions that work for us. Jorge Verdugo is a real estate agent and consultant committed to quality service and thinking outside the box. Jorge is joining us here today. Jorge, thank you very much for being here with me.
Hi, Lily. Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to learn about Compass and everything you do there, but first, let's take it to the beginning. How'd you get started in the real estate world, and what interested you?
Well, I got started in the real estate world right around my senior year of college.
Okay.
And I was looking for a place to live downtown San Diego. And at the time, I hired a friend of mine who was a real estate agent. And the service was a little bit choppy. They were new.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what really got me interested in real estate was not my poor experience during the transaction. it was more the differentiating factors between each property. I liked that everything that she was doing was always different. She lived her work hours in different places every single day.
So the flexibility is what attracted you to real estate.
Yeah, the diversity of always being involved in something different. Nothing is the same every day.
And how long have you been doing this now?
So I've been in real estate for 15 years. I started as a transactional agent helping sellers and buyers.
Okay.
And from there, I got involved in construction. So I went from transacting to construction.
How does that work?
I started to work with investors that were primarily buying for fixing and flipping.
Okay.
And so throughout that process, I started to manage, not only help them buy properties, but manage their construction projects from A to Z. So purchasing property, managing construction, marketing, and reselling.
Wow. That's a whole nother world.
It really is. It's taught me quite a bit about just everything that involves the behind the scenes of.
Which is kind of a different perspective from your traditional real estate agent, right?
I think so. I think that I'm more of the creative, and in real estate has really helped me expand, my creative mind, my abilities in everything from architecture to interior design.
Oh, wow. So you've gotten into that along the way?
That's correct. I've worked in transacting, I've worked in fix and flip, I've worked in development, I've also worked in brokerage ownership, and I've owned several dozen homes myself. So I've kind of gotten every perspective in the real estate residential realm.
And tell us where you're at now. You're with Compass, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Not too long ago, in August of last year, I decided to take my company and join forces with somebody that would help grow not only the team that was behind me, but myself, and really provide the resources that I needed to bring better service to my clients, to give me more tools so that I can give a better experience and so that I can help people make better decisions.
So you already had a great business, and now that you've partnered with Compass, you're able to make it even better. What kind of services are they providing that's making you be able to do this for your clients?
So one of the interesting things about Compass is that it's an agent-centric brokerage, and it's technology-based.
Okay.
So Compass is a company that was based on helping real estate agents by providing tools backed by technology, so that they could have the ability to give their clients and customers not only better decision-making ability, but a better experience, and therefore streamlining all of the real estate transaction.
Okay. So what kind of tools are those that they offer?
So they offer a variety of tools. They offer, for buyers, one of the things that we offer that's really special is collections. So if I was working with you as a buyer, and we agreed that I was your agent and you were going to work with me to help you buy a property here in San Diego. Rather than just putting you on a feed and sending you properties on autopilot, I would do that first, but secondary, I would create what we call a collection for you. So I would go and look at the list of properties that you're going to be receiving, and then I would hand select properties for you that make sense for what you're trying to accomplish.
It's a personalized experience.
It really is. And the user interface is beautiful. So it allows you to interact with me online in a way that really is enjoyable for the consumer.
And you were telling me that they have some showing services also.
That's correct. So that's one of the things that my team and I offer. In this particular market, the 2019 market, inventory has picked up over 50%, and properties are staying on the market longer. And so as I speak to clients about selling their property, our services have really had to go beyond marketing. We market the property, we drive eyeballs online, and the goal is to get appointments to have prospective buyers come and look at a seller's property. Now, if I just let them enter the property on their own, they will get the perspective of the agent that's representing them, which may or may not be an expert in the building or area.
Yeah, that's right.
And rather than doing that, what we are offering is showing services. So we will show your property to every single prospective buyer. And what we like to do is we like to provide those buyers with a seller biography and a property biography. So reasons that the seller is moving, why are they selling, things that make the property appealing. More than your just bathroom
You're not
count.
left with any questions.
That's
it's
correct.
It's all covered.
That's correct.
And also, you said there's some products that also come along.
It's called Compass Concierge. And we've all watched flipping shows and HGTV, and we know that if our house is ready for market, it means that it's clean, it's tidy, it's maybe all the repairs have been done, it has a fresh coat of paint.
Facelift.
That's correct. And so a lot of people can't or don't want to invest the money up front.
Yeah.
And using a product like Compass Concierge allows you to get your house market ready. And then once your property sells, you can repay that money back that you use through our, service, Compass Concierge, to help you spruce your property up.
Now, this is a really unique service, right? I haven't heard of any other company doing something similar to this. I feel like that would bring in a lot of clients to you guys.
It's a really great point. There isn't anybody else doing this.
Okay.
It's exclusive to Compass. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get sellers over that roadblock or that hurdle of my house isn't ready, my house is cluttered, my house needs paint. And really providing A to Z service, right? We're there to tell you, the consumer, the seller, how are you going to maximize the value of your home at the time of sale? And if that includes doing some work up front that we pay for and then are reimbursed at the time of sale, and that helps you, that's what we're trying to do.
Well, it sounds like a great concept, and it sounds like you guys have a full package for your clients. I really want to thank you for being here today. And if anyone that's watching wants to get in contact with you guys, what would be the best way?
Best way to get in contact with us is to go to isellthecity.com or compass.com. And you
Okay.
can also email me at jorge.verdugo@compass.com.
Perfect. 3 ways. Thank you so much for being here with me. Again, I'm sure that a lot of people want to hear a little bit more about this. There's so much more to learn. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay, now that we've gotten our daily dose of knowledge, it's time to wrap up this episode of Somos Uno. I want to thank all of our amazing guests, Chef Caesar, Shantel, Seoane, and Jorge Verdugo for being here today. For more content, head to our website at somosunotv.com and all of our social media sites. Also, if you can't get enough of Somos Uno, you can always watch and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Thank you again for watching. I'm Lili Fifield. Don't forget que no se les olvide, we are one. Somos Uno.